The story hits home for a lot of people, particularly people of color, and a lot of us been in that situation. I know I've been in that situation where you're just doing everyday stuff, and then somebody calls the police on you, and then you have to deal with that situation. And when the police come, they don't know what you're doing. Like people call the police on you as if you're a criminal. So the police will come every time. That's their job. 100% of the time, they're going to show up. And when they show up, they have to treat you whatever the situation is. It could be a danger or whatever they perceive it is based on that phone call they get. And this is what happened in Wyoming, where a realtor was showing a father and his 15-year-old son this home, and somebody had called the police on him. So the police had showed up, and when the police showed up, this is what happened.
Come out with your hands up. All right, one at a time. You in the first one, gray shirt, walk towards me with your hands up. Keep coming over here. Go ahead and stop and turn around. And then slowly walk backwards toward me. Keep coming. Keep coming. There's a little stuff there. All right, don't put your hands behind your back for me. You in the gray, walk towards me.
Just those three in there? Yeah, it's just us three. My son and my friend is a realtor. So we just here just to see that.
All right, go ahead. Keep coming. Yep. Go ahead and just turn around, put your hands behind your back for me. Interlace your fingers like you're praying. Last one, you can come walk over towards me. Jackson, are you over there? Alright, keep coming. Alright, go on, turn around right there. Palms together, interlace your fingers like you're praying.
Ask them how many people are in there.
I think it's just my friend is a realtor. So we just here just to see that.
Alright, go on, keep coming.
Okay.
Yep. Go on, just turn around, put your hands behind your back for me. Interlace your fingers like you're praying.
Step back further. Step back further. Step back.
4157 to the unit Beltron. You have both targets in custody.
How many people are inside?
Two in custody.
One is left inside. What? Step back here. Neighbors are calling in that you guys are breaking into the place. I'm the realtor. Okay. Very good. All right. Thank you.
Sounds like this is
Let's just step back here. It was just broken into a couple days ago also.
Oh.
So that's why the neighbors are really watching it, because they thought maybe we'd be back.
Okay.
Who do you work with?
Keller Williams.
Keller Williams.
I have my pocket license, my pocket cards in my wallet.
Okay. Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there like a key thing on the front door?
Only a realtor can open it.
Okay.
And it's open now.
Okay. Do you have a key with it?
Yeah, if you go inside that license underneath the back of it,
here?
yeah, if you pull that out, by law we have to carry that.
Okay.
That's my license.
Okay.
My real estate license.
Where's the key at?
The key is in the door.
Your key to open it?
So there's an electronic key box right there. You can see it open on the rail, on the left rail. Inside of that is where the key is, and that key opens the breezeway door.
Okay, so you know the code for the box then?
Yeah, it works only off of a realtor's cell phone, which is in my pocket.
Okay.
This thing works on the satellite?
Okay. Yeah, he's a realtor.
Okay.
So.
That's good news.
Sweet. Sorry for the inconvenience.
I don't know, so you know everything about why this happened?
He kind of explained a little bit since somebody
he was
broke in
obviously here
before.
last week with that neighbors calling, looking over the house, going, hey, there's same car's back, on what it is. So we were trying to get a hold of the homeowner because he knew the homeowner from the prior calls. So, I do apologize. Obviously, thank you for just going along with it, and
I would have never thought you guys were
it's
here
obviously
for us. I was like, oh, something's going on next door.
obviously a good neighborhood. They're watching out for each other, but so
when I seen a gun, I'm like, no.
All right, well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. Have a good.
So that was a video. I did like that the realtor was so calm. Everybody was so calm in the situation, but it's a dangerous situation. I'm not sure what the police were thinking in the situation. I know when the police are called, they have to come out. They have no choice. I don't know if they really believe there was a situation or not, but they still they can't take it for granted. They have to look as if something was going on. And as they said earlier, The police did explain early on to these gentlemen why they were getting what the situation was. They let them know. They didn't leave them hanging. They let them know that the house was robbed earlier, a week ago before, and that's the situation is. And I thought that was pretty important that the police explain that versus leaving you hanging, because when you're in these situations, you don't know what's going on. Like if you were robbing a house, you're a criminal, and you were robbing a house, you know what's up, you know why they're there. But if you're a realtor with a father and son and you see these police pull up, you have no idea what was going on. And they would create a lot of confusion. But everybody handled it right. But it doesn't change the fact that this situation happened. I'm not saying that it was wrong that the police are called, because if you suspect something, you definitely call the police. And the police have to come. So I'm not saying anything against that situation or against the police. But I am saying that. But when you go through these type of situations, it will damage you. When you're sitting in one of the most important things you do in your life, one of them is you're looking for a new home for yourself and your family. You got your son with you, and then so it's a proud moment. It's an amazing moment. You're looking together. It's a little stressful as it is. So you're not doing anything wrong. You are living the American dream, but then all of a sudden, you look out the window and you see all these police, and so this creates confusion. You're not sure what's going on, so now you gotta wait. So they did the right thing. They followed direction. But it can, like, as a man, it can make you, like, as a father, it can make you feel helpless. Like, oh, here I am in this situation. I feel helpless, like I can't protect my son. It could make you feel that way, in a situation with the police. But the difference here is that this guy, this father and this realtor was such great role models for this young kid, because they showed this young kid, what do you do in these stressful situations where you're just mind your business, living your everyday life, and all of a sudden the police shows up and you don't know what's going on. They show calmness, professionalism. Like the realtor, I couldn't even tell the realtor was nervous. He was so professional. He didn't get in the police face. Some people do that. He did, because some people was like, I'm right and you're wrong, and what is this stuff? He didn't do none of that. He just cooperated, told him to come out. He came out. Told him turn around. He turned around. Put your hands behind your back. He did back up. He did all the stuff. And then when they had some sort of conversation with him, that's when he said, well, I'm the realtor. He was smart enough to know that eventually the police are going to get to, who are you and what's going on. Eventually they're going to do it. First, they got to make sure everybody's at the house. They got to make sure safe for this question. They can't make assumptions. They have to make assumptions that you could potentially be dangerous, but they can't make assumptions that you're just a good guy just because you look like a good guy. So you can't blame the police there. But this father and this realtor are role models for this kid, and particularly the father, because he came out first. He came out first as a man, as the father, as the leader. He faced them first. And when you face a situation, like these police were professional for sure, but when you face these situations, you really don't know what's going on, because you don't even know why they're there. Like I said, you don't know why all these police are there asking you to come out with your hands up and all this stuff. You just don't know. But he faced them first. That was a powerful example for his son. He protected his son by going first. He set an example for his son by going first. And guess who went second? The realtor went second. Powerful, went second. And then and they were able to explain, my son's in or this and that. And by then the police have kind of figured things out a little bit. And then the son comes out and he's calm, he's relaxed, appears. They didn't show his face, but it feels like he's calm, relaxed. He's just following the men's lead. So powerful example, powerful message for the kid. But the thing is, with these situations, they do scar you for a while. Because like I said, you're not a criminal. You're doing a fantastic thing. You're looking for a home, and somebody looks at you and they say, well, somehow you're a criminal. Now, I kind of get something happened the week before, I guess. But still, somebody looks at you, you don't understand that. You don't know what went on the week before. And somebody looks at you and says, well, you're a criminal. So, and then the police come. It scars you because there's a strong fear there. Even though they were calm, even though they were smart, they were cooperative, you know, but there's a strong fear there. There's strong anxiety there because you're innocent and you don't know if you're going to get shot. You don't know if you're going to get thrown on the ground. You don't know if you're going to jail. Any of those scenarios is a strong possibility if you have the police there. And you know there's a misunderstanding why they're there, but you don't know if they're going to know it's a misunderstanding, if they're going to understand it, you know, in time. But still, you know, they kept their cool, and they were a powerful example for the kid. But they're going to be scarred for a little bit. They're going to be in pain for a long time to come after this situation, and they're going to be wondering how could this happen to me? And they'll probably be reliving over and over in their head. And the reason why I know that, because I've been through it and some other people have been through it. It's like, you think, well, how could this happen to me? I live a decent life, and then here it is, it happens to me. And you kind of relive it for a little bit. But after a while you get through it. And my hope is when that father gets through it, you know, he can feel proud the example he set for his son, because he protected his son in a sense by being an example, you know, and of how to behave and keeping his cool. Because I tell you what, as a son, you don't want to see your father hurt physically or emotionally. You know what I'm saying? You want to see your father calm, strong, patient. That's a leader. That makes you feel, you know, even though you're hurt about the situation, it makes you feel empowered from it when you think about it later. That's what he gave. That's the gift he gave to his son in this situation. But the mistake we make too often is we start screaming, yelling at the police. Then we get thrown on the ground. We get, you know, tossed in the car. We go to jail, and our kids are sitting back, hurt and destroyed because the people they love most in this world, us, lost control, got hurt, is upset. You don't want to do that. So the way they handled it minimizes the damage that could be done to a kid. I mean, yeah, pain, but it's like everyday pain. They'll think back and say, yeah, my dad was amazing. That realtor was amazing. That's how you act. He's going to be thinking, you know? They were calm. I felt safe. They went first. My dad's a hero. I'm not joking on that. It is so important to set that example for your kid. Yeah, so the last point I want to make is, after it was all done, you know, the police were explaining as they went along what was happening, which is pretty amazing, right? They're communicating. There's a communication here. They're treating them like they're having humanity. They're treating them like human beings, you know, and they're treating the police like human beings. That was pretty powerful of the police. And they even apologized afterwards for the inconvenience. They explained to the neighbor, and, you know, this is what happens. They apologized, shook hands with them, shook hands with the young boy, the 50-year-old, and called him sir. Respect. They did everything they could to kind of smooth it out at the end. That was amazing. That's all I got. Peace and hope.